are here today, Box Park Croydon, outside the beatbox, and we just had a fire set from Yun. So let's get into the interview. First thing, what is the story behind the name Yun?
So Yun is my Chinese name.
Okay.
So I used to live in China,
Okay.
down in Shenzhen, which is in southern China. And I used to go by the alias Cloud before, and Yun is the Chinese translation for that.
Okay.
Simple, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice little story there. So what were you living in China?
I was working over there, but it was just cool. To be honest, like, I'll say musically, that's where the journey like really started for me, because I was just going off over there. Because I had peace and quiet.
Okay.
So it was just me and my music, and that was it.
You just focus.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what came first? DJing, production, or the keyboards?
So technically it was keyboard for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks, and I gave it up.
Like,
And then DJing came into it years later on.
Okay.
That was sort of my main focus, and then an acquaintance of mine, he goes by the name Charisma, DJs on Represent at Mode, and he was the one that sort of pushed me to go into music production and said, like, you need to start producing music. And yeah, that's where the transition happened.
Okay. So when did you actually start? Tell me that year, age. DJing was what kind of age, then production?
DJing was just when I was about 17.
Okay.
So it was a decade ago. When I was 17, I started DJing in like just small little parties here and there. And then it started to expand onto a lot of YouTube channels, because they were asking for guest mixes at the time. So I was quite big in the EDM scene at the time, or into EDM at that time. So I used to do mixes for Trap Nation and a lot of other smaller channels that were there. And such. So that's how I got into music production on that side specifically, and then it ventured out into other genres.
Brilliant, you've been around, Italy, China.
I've been about.
Well travelled.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me some of the places that your arts have taken you, other than China, Italy, where else?
China, Italy. I've also been to Mexico. Mexico was really cool. I've been to the US. And various other places in Europe. I'm hoping to go back to Asia at some point. That'll be really cool. I want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Japan's going to be so simple.
Wow.
So diverse over there.
I would love that. So if you had to pick one genre to play for the rest of your life, which would it be? You can change. You can add one in there if there's nothing happy. Amapiano, Afro house, hip hop, or other. It's something else.
I think. That's a nasty question as well. I would say hip hop, because hip hop is so culture based. It's not defined to one tempo.
Okay.
So I can stretch it.
Yeah.
Whilst with the others, I feel I can't stretch it as much. I'll be on the box. But with hip hop, I can stretch it, and I mean, you can't say that we won't do fusion. So
yeah, it's good. A fusion is good.
Yeah.
Fusion is good. So when you're producing, what's more important to you? Is it more about the build up, or is it about the bass drop?
I think I would say the build up.
Build up, yeah.
You have to tell that story before someone gets there.
Yeah.
And I feel that if you just have, like, people will lose interest so easily if your build up is trash. Like, you can have the best bass drop ever, but if they weren't excited to get there in the first place,
yeah, I hear that.
Then they're just like, oh yeah, it's cool, but.
So you take them on a journey.
Yeah.
Before you drop them down.
It has to be a build up. Yeah.
Okay, so when producing, how do you stop your tracks from sounding similar or being repetitive? How do you make them each one interesting?
I think when you do multi-genre,
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just, I say you work off how you feel. You can never repeat if you're feeling different emotions each time that you go through. I feel most producers, when we go to the lab, like, we're just sort of releasing whatever we're feeling at that moment in time. Or, you know, we might be playing the keys and then something's coming to us at the time. So you can never really repeat yourself. Again, there's always going to be a new vibe. So I would say just go with what you're feeling.
Yeah, your emotions, keep it fresh. I like that. So what software do you use?
So software, I'm a Logic boy. Like, I love Logic.
Logic, yeah.
Yeah. The others, if you like it, you like it, but it's not really my thing.
So that's your base. That's where you always.
Logic is my base. If I have to, I will go to FL Studio. If I have to.
You have to.
If I really have to. And then all the others, you know, you guys are scientists if you use the others. That's all I'll say.
But you're a Logic man at heart. Would you say you prefer solo sets or going back to back?
When I first started DJing, back to back was the thing where you bounce off each other's energy.
Yeah.
And then I feel that as well creates something really new as well, because something unexpected can come. And out of like a bit of competition as well, like you're really trying, as much as you're trying to give everyone a good show, you're kind of going against each other head to head. So you're always trying to add in that new flavor all the time, and it can create some amazing stuff.
Yeah, you can. I like doing back to backs. Like I have a radio show, and that was one of the things. They bring on an interview, and then we do a back to back, and they going back to back. It kind of does elevate you. You kind of push each other. It's like friendly competition, the collaboration.
Yeah.
It takes it to the next level. And the final question: What producers have inspired you the most? Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to say Kanye.
Okay.
I like the way that Kanye samples, where he gets his samples from. Because you're looking like 70s music, blues, old rock, jazz, and like the fact that he goes to sort of back to basics.
Yeah.
With those sort of things that inspired me to say, you know, let me go back to basics with a lot of stuff, and then bring in newer vibes or elements of me into it later on. I feel he does it in his way, where he'll take it back to basics, but you know it's a Kanye thing because it feels like Kanye. So whenever I give someone something produced by me, it has to be back to basics, but an element of me there as well.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, and your sounds, absolutely on point, and your journey, your story as well. You seem like you had a long journey for quite a young man, really, ain't you?
Yeah, no. I mean, like it's mummy's jeans right now.
Yeah,
that gives me the young
they give you that.
But yeah,
I got them as well.
There we go. We're good. But yeah, no, the journey's only going to continue, and then hopefully it'll take me all over the place, all over the place.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming and sharing on Musique, where the producers play their own productions. Make sure you listen out for the mix.
100%.
Coming soon.